All right. Mhm. We just sent an interview request to the office of Congresswoman Nancy Mace, serving South Carolina's first congressional district. Now, we just had a congressional oversight committee bring together 4 whistleblowers on UAP activity. All 4 whistleblowers state that UAPs are real, that we don't know what they are, and we need to find out what they are quickly. All 4 members of the testimony board seemed quite concerned over the U.S. government's lack of transparency regarding UAP activity. It's a big week in UFO UAP activity, full disclosure. So, right now for Collision Course, we have an interview lined up for December 14th live on YouTube and Facebook with Dr. Abbey Loeb. We're going to talk about all his research, and we're going to throw in this UAP activity information that we're bringing up because after this week's Committee on Oversight, I have given myself the mandate. There's now a mandate to research these UAP reports. And it doesn't take long for you to, one, start researching the 4 gentlemen who are on the panel. Dr. Gallaudet, Rear Admiral retired. Mr. Elizondo, he is a well-known UAP, UFO researcher and disclosure entity person. Mr. Schellenberger, I still have to find his contact information. Hey, Alfo. Yes. Yes. Whenever Netflix allowed me to watch the fights, I watched the fights. And whenever Netflix said no fight for you, I sat and waited and going back and forth from my app to my screen to my app to my screen to my app to my screen. I'm going to ask for my money back. I bet on Jake Paul. It was a scripted fight. For all the people who wanted Mike Tyson to win, everybody who bet on Jake Paul won a lot of money because we all knew it was a scripted fight. The past cannot move into the future. Only the future can move the future. Sorry, much like the dollar bill, favorite football team, Manchester United. But we're really here for this. We're really here for this. So, this week's Congressional Oversight Committees on UAPs, a little research into the 4 people. We find Rear Admiral retired Dr. Gallaudet. His information, his written testimony. We're going to contact him for an interview. And then I found and heard a word, the Immaculate Constellation. The Immaculate Constellation, because the talk is now about governmental transparency into the information that surrounds UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, old school UFOs. And so I run into this information about constellation, immaculate constellation, and this may be the way, the mechanism, or the reason, or the procedure by which our government in the U.S. is not allowing relevant information about UAPs out to the public. Now, I'm going to premise this. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to break the chain. I'm going to break the chain because do you know that when we have full disclosure and all the information comes out, and potentially we have an extraterrestrial intelligence civilization, which means there's aliens, extraterrestrial individuals from an intelligent extraterrestrial civilization, what's going to happen to the community, economic peoples here on Earth? We're going down. They can't let it out. They can't let it out. Religions would go to muck. The economies would go to muck because think of all the technology and all this stuff that we would have to catch up to in just a blink of an eye. In a blink of an eye, we would instantly be moved forward 10,000 years of technology. We couldn't handle that. Couldn't handle it. But so I heard the word immaculate constellation. Let's go. This document, which details the Immaculate Constellation, is the result of a multi-year internal investigation into the subjects of unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAPs, technologies of unknown origin, TUOs, and non-human intelligence, NHI. This investigation was undertaken in response to urgent and credible threats to the public good and safety of the United States of America, and provided to Congress through the UAP whistleblower mechanisms established by the FY23 National Defense Authorization Act and the FY23 National Intelligence Authorization Act. The data consulted during this investigation and summarized in this report originate from non-public data held within the executive branch of the United States government. They keep on bringing up the executive branch, the executive branch. This is all the House hearings and committees, but it always ends up in the executive branch's lap. They always want the executive branch involved in what these reports and activities are talking about. Provide to Congress through the UAP whistleblower mechanisms established by the FY23 National Defense Authorization Act and the FY23 National Intelligence Authorization Act. The data consulted during this investigation and summarized in this report originate from non-public data held within the executive branch of the United States government. So that's non-public data created by the government held within the executive branch of the United States government, USG. The author obtained access to this information while pursuing their lawful duties as an employee of the Department of Defense. This public version of the author's report was reviewed and approved for public release by the Department of State Bureau of Global Public Affairs. So this report had to be vetted before it was released. The results of this investigation are deeply disturbing. Elements of the U.S. executive branch have conspired to prevent the U.S. legislative branch from exercising its lawful powers of governance with respect to UAP, TUO, and NHI issues. The information provided by the author strongly suggests that the U.S. executive branch has been managing UAP/NHI issues without congressional knowledge, oversight, or authorization for some time, quite possibly decades. This criminal conspiracy keeps the elected government of the United States and its citizens ignorant to profound discoveries and dire threats originating from the existence of UAP, NHI, and their technologies. Unambiguous evidence demonstrating the reality of UAP, NHI, and TUO has been made available to Congress by multiple independent UAP whistleblowers. This document is but one item of evidence brought to Congress. Much more exists and hopefully will be made available. In this public version of the report, information is organized into 7 categories, including an unacknowledged special access program, a USAP, imagery intelligence, IMINT, human intelligence, HUMINT, signals intelligence, SIGINT, USG bureaucratic records, USG historical records, and other sensitive sources. All information in this report is derived from access to non-public information. Section 1. Unacknowledged Special Access Program. Immaculate Constellation. Immaculate Constellation is an unacknowledged special access program, USAP, established following the public disclosure of the AATIP AAWSAP programs by Luis Elizondo in 2017. Upon disclosure to Congress, it was determined that this USAP and its collateral information have not been lawfully reported to Congress. What advice do you need? Immaculate Constellation's primary mission is collecting imagery intelligence on unidentified aerial phenomena and ARV/RV reproduction vehicles utilizing tasked and untasked U.S. military intelligence resources as part of a network of SAPs linked to non-human intelligence and UAP technologies. Immaculate Constellation acts as a nexus for collecting, analyzing, and disseminating intelligence on the activities, capabilities, and locations of anomalous aerospace threats that originate from foreign or unidentified sources. My advice: you have to change your mindset first. You're already thinking about becoming a billionaire. You're already speaking about becoming a billionaire. That's bringing it into the universe. Now you have to act on something that moves you toward that goal. But the biggest thing is when you're thinking about being a billionaire, you're not just thinking about being a billionaire or wanting to be a billionaire. You do not want to think about want. You do not want. First, you think to yourself, I am grateful. I have everything I need. Before you go to bed, 3 times, I am grateful. I have everything that I need. I am grateful. I have everything that I need. Now you're starting to vibrate at a higher frequency. And following those 3, you say, I am able to manifest a lot of money into my life whenever I want. I am able to manifest a lot of money into my life whenever I want. I am able to manifest a lot of money into my life whenever I want. Next, I know that everything has already been taken care of. I know everything has already been taken care of. I know that everything has already been taken care of. And now the last thing you do is not from want. You do not want to be a billionaire. You move from want to being. See the money in your account. Put the money in your hands. See yourself with $1 billion and do that. Do not change from that and continue moving toward goals that will bring you to that success. You will have to work. It is not easy. It will not be handed to you. You must first think it, you must then speak it, and then you must bring it about. That's my that's my advice. Every day we work. Every day we wake up and eat work for breakfast. Every day we wake up looking to put effort into a positive production. Work isn't work. Work is fun. Work is life. Work is the activity you do to be successful. Work will keep you out of your bed, wasting your life. So work. It is work, but it's a combination of setting your goals into action through frequency control of the universe. Frequencies attract frequencies. Rich attract rich. Poor attract poor. I have everything I need, and I don't need any more. I have everything I need, and I'm grateful that I don't need any more. I have everything I need, and I am grateful. I can manifest a lot of money into my life at any time. And I like my life. And you say, well, how many billions of dollars will make you happy? Obviously, I don't need $1 million or $1 billion to be happy because I'm happy right now. My son just got married last weekend. I'm at a point in my life, I don't need you to make me happy. I don't even need $1 billion to make me happy. But I'm going to tell you what, I'll let you in on a little secret on what I'm working on. You went for $1 billion. I went for $4.5 million, and my time frame is next November. And that's honest. I'm working on my own goal, $4.5 million. That's what I think about when I think about being grateful and having everything that I need for today, minus the $4.5 million. But